Thanks, friends. Sleepy here, and welcome to another episode of the weekly playlist. So, I have some great games I want to share with you guys that I've been playing this week. And of course, I would love to hear your guys' opinions on these games. So, be sure to leave a comment on this video. Let me know what you think of the games that I share with you, and let me know if you guys like them, if you didn't like them. And also, of course, if you guys have games you think I should try out, let me know in the comments a game you think I should check out, and I'll definitely see if there's some games I can try out for you guys. But first up, I got a Xbox One title. I've been having a blast with it, and that is a game called Elix. THQ Nordic, and it was made by Piranha Bytes. Now, these are the same people who made the Gothic series. But it's a fun action RPG. One thing I do have to warn you though, it is very, very difficult game. There's some enemies in the game that can kill you in like one or two hits. So you definitely, there's certain like areas that are based on your, the like certain level areas like you shouldn't go to until you get stronger. It does have a kind of a steep learning curve how to play the game, but it's really fun. I've had a lot of fun with it. The story's pretty interesting, and I liked the voice actors in the game. I know some people thought they were stupid, but I did like the voice actors. There's actually four different factions in the game. There's one main one, the elves that you're fighting, and then there's three others which you can choose to join. There's like a group of bandits out in the desert. Then you have uh, these clerics who like technology and stuff, and then there's also these barbarian dudes that like just absolutely hate technology and stuff because they said that it ruined the world. Well, basic premise of this: there was a comet hit uh, the world, damaged it, released these crystals, Elix power, and it mutated creatures and stuff. And so some people in the world, see it as a blessing and they want to harvest it. Other think it's evil and stuff. And then you kind of have the bandits guys who are kind of in between that'll do anything to get power and stuff. And then you have the elves who absolutely want to dominate and destroy everybody, and that's who you're fighting as. You're fighting against in the game, and along the way, you're gonna make friends and enemies and stuff. You can get companions and stuff. But it's a really fun game. I've had a lot of fun with it. It mixes futuristic with guns and powers with swords and magic and uh, like wasteland stuff all combined in one game. So it's basically like a Mad Max mixed with Skyrim, mixed with Fallout and futuristic stuff. So there's some people they absolutely hate technology and stuff and don't want you to use it, but they like to use magic and swords and stuff. Then you have other dudes who love using technology and machines, robots, and stuff, and they love it. And others like using Elix, the powers it does, and it warps their mind. A lot of unique enemies and stuff to fight that are really cool. That can shoot fireballs and stuff, and they're just some like crazy dudes that have been like warped by Elix, and they're just absolutely nuts. But it's a fun game. You can get it also on PS4, and you can get it fairly cheap. It's like a $10, $15 game. I would definitely recommend it if you ever were a fan of the Gothic games that play similar to those. It just has a very steep learning curve, and it's very, very difficult. But once you get that through that, you can play it. I've played this for about like 30 some hours. I got quite far in the game. There's a lot of side quests. There's a couple hundred of them to do besides the main stuff, and it's very fun just exploring the world and doing stuff like, because I love open world RPG games. I don't ever play them really quickly. I take my time. I like to explore and find everything I can in the game. But I'm having a lot of fun with Elix, and I definitely would recommend that. My buddy Grant, who comes over on Mondays, came over. We played a few different games, and one of them, which he had never played before, and we're both big fans of Donkey Kong Country, as he never played Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Wii U. So I let him try this out. This game is amazing. Great graphics. It's got a fun little story and everything too. This giant walrus guy and his penguins are freezing Donkey Kong's island and trying to take over everything. Very fun game though. I like the story, but it is just crazy difficult. I haven't played this in a long time, and I forgot how difficult it is. Just us playing the first world, we were struggling at some parts with how difficult some of the stuff was. And the levels are really, really long, but they're very fun. You can go into the foreground, into the back. The first boss was a really fun character to fight, and then of course there's a ton of secrets. You know, you have to find all these puzzle pieces. You also get to have Diddy Kong with you, but you also get to have Dixie Kong, and for the first time, you also get Cranky Kong who helps you out, and they each have their own powers. Like Diddy Kong gives you like a little jetpack. Uh, Cranky Kong has his cane, which you can use like a pogo jump with it, and then of course you have Dixie Kong who help you can float and stuff. So having the different Kongs with you definitely helps you out through the game. I'm having a lot of fun with this one, and he also enjoyed it. Definitely one I would recommend. Get Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. They actually ported this to the Nintendo Switch, so if you don't have a Wii U, you can also get it on the Switch. On the Wii U, it's a fairly cheap game now. It's like a $20, maybe 30 at most game, but it is amazing. Love Donkey Kong Country. You know, this is the fifth one in the series. They also had Donkey Kong Country Returns for the original Wii, which is another one we definitely are going to have to play because my buddy and I like the minecart levels, but they always were difficult, and there is a whole minecart world in that Donkey Kong Returns game, so that's another one we're definitely going to have to try out. But I definitely recommend if you're a fan of the Donkey Kong Country series. You know, I love the first three on Super Nintendo. If you loved them, you haven't played it, get Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze either on the Wii U or now that's on the Nintendo Switch, you can get it on there. Such a fun game. Just be warned though, it is very difficult. The further along you get, the harder it is, and you definitely are going to need a guide because there's no way you're going to be able to discover all the secrets on your own. You really have to go to certain areas, and some of them can be pretty difficult to find. But definitely recommend Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. This past Friday, my buddy Jeff comes over. He's able to come over every other week because he works third shift, and then the other week he's off. So he likes to come over in the afternoons on Fridays and hang out. And one of the games we played, which he never played before, and I was able to share it with him, was Super Mario Maker, which I absolutely love this game because you get to create your own Mario levels. And there's four different Marios. You can play the original Mario Brothers from the NES days. You can make it in the Super Mario Brothers 3 style from the NES, Super Mario World, or the new Super Mario Brothers style. So you have four different ones you can play, and you can change the level theme anytime. Such a fun game. I let him try some of the levels I created, and then we went online, and I let him try out some of the unique levels that people create. And there's some really awesome levels out there, some very creative people. The only thing I see that's going to be disappointing is if Nintendo ever shuts down the servers for this. You know, the game, you're not going to have all those unique levels to play because with the being able to go online and download the levels or play them online is you pretty much have unlimited amount of levels to try, and there's a lot of good ones out there. Such a great game. But I'll be very sad if they do shut the servers down. Now they do have this on the 3DS, which you can only download like locally. I know they don't have online, but that comes with the 100 thing, so I definitely would like to get that as well. I'm hoping that they either port this to the Nintendo Switch, which was really awesome, that'd be a great game, or I would love to see a sequel with new stuff. But this is a game, if you have a Wii U, you have to pick it up, and if you're a fan of Mario, because you can create your own levels, and there's just unlimited amount of possibilities. It's whatever your imagination can think of. And they also have character skins and stuff like Mega Man, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Luigi, Princess Peach, Samus from Metroid, uh, Link from Zelda. Like, there's just a ton of different characters you can unlock and use those skins to play in this game. And so some people have made Mega Man levels, some have made Yoshi levels, Luigi levels. Like, I played a game that had a Pac-Man, and the person had a theme of basically like you played the game like you went through a Pac-Man world, then you went through a Mario world, then you went through a little like a Mega Man level, and it had all the sounds and stuff from the games. Like, it was such a cool level, fun game. Highly recommend Super Mario Maker. If you have a Wii U and you've never played it, you have got to get Super Mario Maker because you can make your own levels, you can download them, and it's very fun. You know, you can challenge your friends, you can challenge others, and it's really cool. You also can get feedback from the people who play. You know, they put a star and you can see how many people have played your level. Awesome game. Definitely would recommend that. And then the last one we played, he never played this, but he's a big fan of Mario Kart, was Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U, which is awesome. Now, I bought the season pass for this, so I have all the extra characters and tracks and stuff. This is probably the best Mario Kart game they've ever made so far. Now, I love Mario Kart. Of course, my buddy's favorite is Mario Kart 64. Mine for a while um, was Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, but Mario Kart 8 for me is just awesome. There's just a huge selection of characters. I'm still working on unlocking characters, so a lot of customization. You can change the cars, you can make bikes, the wheels, you can also change the hang glider. This also has like a zero G gravity thing, so where your cars can go upside down and up sides of tracks and stuff. A lot of unique weapons to choose from. Of course, it has that bullshit blue shell that people throw to you and hit you. And in the harder difficulties, man, these characters, the enemies in the computer are just assholes, and you'll get hit by 3 or 4 projectiles. You can go from first to like 12th place like in an instant. But absolutely love Mario Kart 8. Such a fun title. They also ported this to the Nintendo Switch, so they have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. So if you've never played the Wii U version, pick it up on the Nintendo Switch. I want to get it on there as well because I absolutely love Mario Kart. It's a fun game to play multiplayer. We had a lot of fun playing it. The battling mode I know is kind of crappy. Luckily, they fixed it on the Switch one. But if you're looking for a good game, Mario Kart 8 on Wii U, awesome title. Like I said, you can also get it on the Switch. Definitely a really good, really well-made Mario Kart game. I definitely hope that they make a Mario Kart 9 for the Nintendo Switch at some point because I love the Mario Kart series and I definitely would love to have more. And one thing I would love to see them do is they really need to make like a all-stars version of Mario Kart where it has every track from the Super Nintendo game all the way to Mario Kart 8 and let you have all the tracks and then have a huge thing of like 50 or 100 characters to play through, have all the vehicle customizations and stuff, have all the different gimmicks from all the different games combined into one like giant Mario Kart game. That would just be amazing. That'd be the best Mario Kart game ever. So that was something to be cool to make. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are on these games. Of course, do a quick recap. Elix, open world RPG game you can get on the PC, PS4, Xbox One. Great game. I would recommend. It's very difficult, but it is fun once you get into it. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, classic game, in the Donkey Kong Country series. It's the 5th one. Very hard, but very fun game. Of course, can't go wrong with Mario Maker. You make your own Mario levels. You also can download them. There's basically unlimited levels out there. There's millions of levels to play. So as long as they keep the servers up, you'll never run out of stuff to play on this. And then, of course, Mario Kart 8. Such a fun Mario Kart game in this series. So I definitely, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on these 4 games. I absolutely love them. I recommend all 4. Pick them up and play them. But I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Did you guys enjoy them? Did you not enjoy them? Was there things you thought they could improve upon? Let me know in the comments. And again, if you guys have any suggestions for games I should play, please share them with me because I love to hear from you guys. And I always love trying out new games that I never tried before. And I'll see if I actually have them in my collection because I do have quite a few games. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care. Have a wonderful day. And Sleepy will see you next time.